gets berated on the podcast we've created to commemorate action flicks, big horror, no tricks. John Travolta, Chuck Norris, insane clown posse, no fuss, no mercy, we discuss. Everything gets berated, no one is underrated. From the screen to the stage, except a new cage. No mercy, we engage.
Welcome to Everything Gets Berated, where we talk about everything non-indie horror. I'm Amferny.
What's up? I am Brian with a B.
What's up, man?
You know, same old shit. Freaking tired. What about you?
I'm good.
Go lay down.
A little tired.
I was trying to steal treats. All right.
But, all right. What are we talking about today? We're talking about 1978, the New World Pictures TV pilot, Doctor Strange.
Yes. A pilot.
I'm assuming it's a TV pilot. It was announced as a TV movie, but I'm assuming it was supposed to be like a soft shot at a TV series, which I don't know how you do that with this.
Right, because it basically was like the start and the end of the movie. Like it did it.
Okay, so this movie is directed by Phillip DeGuere Jr. and stars Peter Hooten as Doctor Strange.
Peter Hooten? That's his real name?
That's his real name.
That's official.
Clyde Kustatsu as Wong. Jessica Walter, Archer's mom, as Morgan Le Fay.
The goth chick.
I think that's all the main characters. Oh yeah, and Anna Marie Martin plays Clea Lake, the woman who becomes possessed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that lady.
That lady.
So the movie starts out like a horror movie.
Yes.
You know. And I think it's so hilarious because the goth chick Morgan, she starts talking like the devil or whoever.
Oh, to like the weird red smoke demon.
Yeah. And she's like, she failed him last time. Yes. Right? He's saying. And he's like, you failed me last time. And she's like, I won't fail this time. And then without even hesitation, she's like, you know what? Something about you. I believe it. And just like, all right, go then.
Yeah.
Like, didn't even argue. Not like, okay, what's your plan? He didn't do anything like that.
Like, I'm going to give you backup. Like, you know, you got to prove yourself before you get to fly free.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nope. She just said, well, I won't fail this time. It's like, all right, go for it, I guess. You know? Like,
that's what we do in the underworld is we just take people's words for it. We're just going to be like, okay, you can do it.
Right. And then he gives her like, it seems like it's going to be some impossible thing to do. He tells her to go to Earth and she has 3 days to find somebody.
To murder an old man sorcerer who is losing his powers.
So like, you got to think about like, how do you find people back then, man? Like, could you imagine, like, remember back in the day, like when we were younger, you're just like, hey, where do you live? And like, hey, go over here, take a left on this street, then take a right on this street. Then after that, you take a left. Like, what the hell? You imagine like this, like back in the day. Like, I guarantee if I was like, Anthony, I'm going to go down to the strip, you couldn't find me in 3 days. Even if I told you, Anthony, I'm going to be on the strip.
Yeah.
No, there's no way that you could find me. But somehow...
She has special sorceress powers, so...
But you know what? She didn't even find him on purpose.
No, it was on accident, yeah.
Like, how does she know what town he's in?
Well,
or if she's like, all right, last time I saw him, he was, you know, on the East Coast. Yeah. And what if he's like, you know what? Fuck this East Coast shit. Like, it's too expensive. I'm going to move to the West Coast. And then that's a 3-day travel from Rhode Island to California.
Which
See?
I think this is supposed to take place in San Francisco.
Yeah.
because that's where a lot of the New World Marvel stuff took place. Like Spider-Man took place in San Francisco, which makes no sense, but okay.
I mean, it needs high-rise buildings,
Yeah.
but I mean, the only place that I don't know. I did like that it was still like traffic back then was just as shitty as it is right now in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like nothing's changed, so that part was real, I guess.
Yeah, so we start with the, like her task. That's the beginning of the movie, or the beginning of the movie, because it's basically a movie. And then we meet Stephen Strange,
Yeah.
who is a resident doctor in a psychiatric ward of a hospital,
And
not a surgeon.
He's banging all those employees.
Oh yeah, like he
He
is.
He is a ladies' man.
He is Dr. T.
Dr. D. So, yeah. And then did you notice how great the graphics were? There's that woman walking in the hallway with a fake baby. And
Yes.
Doctor Strange grabbed you're like, what the hell? You couldn't buy a real baby. You couldn't get a real baby.
Yeah, to be in the movie for like one shot,
Right?
we need a baby. But no, it's New World because
Like, you know what? We don't
New
have
World
the
doesn't
budget.
spend money. They don't have a budget.
We don't have a budget for a real baby. Get
Yeah,
a
we have-
fucking Cabbage Patch doll.
We have fake baby money. That's
Dude.
what we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So I have a few thoughts about this psych ward. Like, I don't know how they do it in other places, but I know that specific patients are prescribed specific medications based on the mental disorder that they have or the withdrawal that they're going through. Like, you have different medications for people going through benzos, people going through opiates, people going through alcohol. Like,
I feel you.
they're all different, right? but
Yeah.
but so like the biggest issue I had with that is there's this big tray full of cups and she's just randomly grabbing cups like everybody gets the same meds.
Everybody
on the
does.
psych ward. And they're
Yep.
all within arm's reach that if somebody wanted to grab and take it or spill them if they didn't want to take theirs.
It's just a free for all.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
This is fucking bonkers.
Yep. Nope. That's how it was back in the day, man. Dr. D's banging all of his nurses. There's fake babies around.
Yeah.
Like, it was just pure chaos, man.
That lady should be on the psych ward for walking around with a fake baby.
Dude, yeah. She like, that's not real, Martha. It's real to me, damn it. And she's
It's real to me. It's real to me.
Yeah. And then there are some pretty funny things we noticed, like when they were on the duel on the bridge and she burped purple gas. Like,
She
what the
burps
hell?
Purple gas at the aging sorcerer, right?
And then did you notice that when he fell off the bridge, he landed in like the perfect police chalk outline with like the hand like this and like his leg bent at a 90-degree angle and everything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So that
That's
whole sequence
weird.
is weird. Like, if she's a sorceress, like, she doesn't need to take over another person to push him off the bridge. She could just do it, right?
maybe it's like the Mortal Kombat thing. You can't fight each other until the tournament.
Okay, maybe. There's like rules of being a sorcerer. Like, there's like don't be a dick rules.
Yeah. See, but if she was drinking a White Claw, there'd be no laws.
There's no laws. For
I love that how he fell and he just landed perfectly like that in the outline. And you're just like, what the hell? Like, it's a Who Framed Roger Rabbit movie, right?
Yeah. But so he falls in front of all these people and they're like, oh, what happened? And they're like, you don't see you can't look up. Like,
Right. All of a sudden, he's just right here.
he didn't like come up through the ground. He fell onto the ground. So look up.
What, he was running and he fell.
Because they're
No,
still
because-
standing there.
He
Like-
didn't have skid marks on him. maybe in his pants from being thrown off a bridge.
Yeah. Like they're still standing there on the bridge for like a whole minute afterwards as people are surrounding this guy.
Yeah, because they're like, damn, he landed in the perfect outline. Like, what are the freaking odds of that? They're lucky they didn't have cell phones because somebody would just taking pictures of him and be like, this dude landed like this. This is untouched. This isn't photoshopped. This is how he landed. Like, all right. But needless to say, that did not kill that guy.
No, he gets up and everybody is slightly shocked.
Right? Everybody's like, what the hell?
Like,
and
they're not like, whoa, wait, you just fell off a bridge and you're an old man and you didn't break a bone?
The best part about this old man is he has that, what's his name? Wong, yes. He has the Asian partner of his. And every single time the Asian guy was trying to say something, he would just cut him off.
It's like,
he's like, sir, I think we should go. Shut up. We're going to go over here. And he's like, okay, but I think you should read it. I'm going to read this book. Be quiet. And he's like, no, we should go over here. Hey, don't tell me what to do. And you're just like, dude, let them fucking finish the sentence.
Yeah, well, it's the rules. Listen, I'm the sorcerer. You're the apprentice. I'm white. You're Asian.
This is 1960.
This is 1970. Follow the pecking order.
You're not even supposed to have any lines in this movie.
We're supposed to have playful racism in this movie.
Yeah. No, it was. I wonder if that was, there's like, look, guys, we don't have time to fucking edit this, okay?
Yeah.
We're just going to do one shot. And so there's like, quit cutting him off. Mm-hmm. He's like, what? Like, God damn it.
He's like,
he's not even doing it.
I can't hear.
Yeah, no. So I remember, like, throughout the entire movie, every single time Wong tried to say anything, he would get cut off by whoever the old sorcerer was, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old sorcerer who powers were weakening, so his powers were probably less than Wong's powers. If we're like talking power levels here. Yeah,
and then there was a girl who got possessed.
Oh yeah,
like she looked like there were so many 80s Guns N' Roses musics playing.
Yeah,
like I was just waiting for it to be like in the cold November rain every time that she came into frame. I was like, okay, it's starting November Rain music video, but it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Tricked me.
But yeah, so the other thing that I thought was funny in the initial moments was that every time Morgan is in a scene, we get the like bow, 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 like the weird stingy music.
Like it's from Futurama.
Like
every time they mess with going in and out of the future.
Like somebody like turned up a theremin. Like
they got man.
Or like a keyboard, just like the keyboard player was really like rocking that theme. So sorry, go ahead.
No, I remember there was a scene where it looked like the sorcerer and that girl were just playing tag with each other, and she has the slowest reflexes. Because what? A taxi driver almost hit her.
Oh yeah,
and the taxi driver almost hit her, and the worst reflexes ever. Like he was nowhere near her.
No, he was.
And he did the whole thing of like
3 feet away when he stopped.
Yeah, and then she just stood there, and then it sucked for her because she was sleepwalking.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is fucked up too. Back in the day, like she was sleepwalking. And they're like, hey, do you know where you're at? And she's like, what? And they're just like, bitch is crazy. And they put her in the psych ward right then and there.
Well,
they didn't ask, like, who are you? Where are you at? Anything like, hey, do you know where you're at? And she's like, what? I had a long night of drinking last night. And they're just like, oh, she's crazy for sure. Put her ass in the psych ward.
That was the other thing. When they take her to the hospital, like, that is the weirdest medical examination I've ever seen. There's no mini mental. There's like nothing. It's like, well, she's not talking back to us, so she must be crazy. Like, take her to the psych ward.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she like looked all sexy when they were giving her like the physical examination. And did you notice when he took the reflex thing on her knee, he like didn't even hit her in the right spot. He like hit her on the top of her leg. He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to hit at the bottom of the
front of your knee.
Yeah, the front of the kneecap.
Yeah, no, he hit her on the top. And he's all like, ugh. Well, if her reflexes suck, she definitely is crazy.
Did you feel any pain?
Yeah.
Did that hurt?
He's like, does this hurt? And he like gives her a purple nurple. Pitches her arm like a Filipino mom. Yeah, dude. That shit, like I said, then that reflexes, she's like, nope, didn't work. And then,
oh my God.
Oh yeah, that is the Dixie cups full of pills with no names.
Yes. Yeah. That drove me crazy. I was
the
like,
Dixie cups. Yeah.
And then apparently there's an argument because the nurse in charge at the time tries to give her meds, and then Doctor Strange says, I didn't order any meds. It's like, and she goes, but everybody gets meds. And it's like,
yep.
Like
everybody does.
Like
she's like, I'm here because I can't sleep. I'm not here because I'm right.
Like we can't write things down. You don't have like a dot matrix printer and then you write the stuff in between.
Or you don't have them like this group of people all have the same diagnosis. This group of people have the same diagnosis. So this group of people, you can give them the same medicine. This group of people need a different set of medicine, but you can give them all the same medicine as well. No, it's a free-for-all, man.
It is. It was that was truly made no sense. And also, Doctor Strange talks to the alcoholic lady, right? Like, and he's like, how have you been drinking? She goes, no.
Oh yeah.
He's like, are you sure? And she goes, well, yeah, a little bit. Like,
right.
Okay. Like that part actually felt.
I didn't mean you meant for real.
Yeah. Like not for realsies.
Yeah.
But, that part actually felt like a conversation you might have with a user or an alcoholic. The part that doesn't make any sense is I've never heard a doctor, call it the juice or sauce.
The juice is loose.
Like what is he talking about? That makes
he's trying to be cool, man. He's trying to talk like the lingos. He's trying to be skibbity on him. He's tired of being mid. He's trying to be alpha. Right?
Yeah.
He was risen up all of his nurses meowing.
Yeah. He was. And then there's the head nurse, which I think
I hate her.
Like
I hope she gets pushed over a bridge. She was just a fat skank who was a cock block.
Okay, do you think that at some point they had a short relationship?
Fuck no.
That ended up in nothing, or did she just shut him down?
You heard that?
I heard that.
No. Yeah. She probably sees him hooking up with all of the younger, much more attractive nurses. And she's like the mom. It's like, I never got anything.
So she's like the money penny of the nursing world. Like, you know, she's there to be hit on, but never to have anything happen with it.
Yeah, like I was really hoping that she'd get pushed off the bridge like that old guy. But it never happened. So then there's that scene too where Morgan, the bad girl, the bad guy girl, whatever you want to call her,
the evil sorceress,
the goth chick, she is like, I'm pretty sure that's that dude's house. But she didn't want to go over there and get like electrocuted. So she possessed the cat to walk across the street and get fucked up by a security system. And you're just like, damn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, there's no animal rights either in this movie. Like,
he's evil.
Fuck this cat. And like, just sent the cat like, no, trust me. Trust me, you'll make it.
Which,
right?
Okay. His house was driving me insane. It looks like they're trying to make a sorcerer's house, but it looks like a hobbit house.
But it's like in your neighborhood.
But
it's like a fucking Despicable Me house where it's like nice house, not all of a sudden like an 18-story foot mansion, and then all of a sudden normal house.
With
You're
that
like,
weird window symbol that like is on
oh yeah,
Stephen Strange's ring and everything, like the sorcerer
his
symbol.
necklace, I think I took a note somewhere, but I remember him giving his business card and it just said, "Hi, my name's Carl," or something. And it's like, "This your business card." "Hi, my name's Brian." You know, like it doesn't have your occupation. It doesn't have any way to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
It just says hi. That's all.
Like, you're a sorcerer. You'll find me.
He's like not even a sorcerer yet. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it was really messed up.
Yeah. But okay, yeah. So Stephen Strange meets the sorcerer because the sorcerer comes to give him information at the hospital, right?
Yeah, and what's even funnier is I think when he was giving him his business card, do you remember he's like, "Have you seen this woman?" And it's just a hand-drawn drawing of her.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, you don't have a picture of her?
That could literally be any white lady from
Right?
the 70s. It's like you could walk down the street and find her 17 times.
Yeah. Hey, is this you? It could be. I don't know. Like, there's really no proof if it is or not.
It's like I don't know. Like, yeah. But okay, so that was another part that drove me insane is he comes to the psych ward. Like, don't you have to have know the person or know who you're looking for? Because like, or be, they have to give consent for you to, to give or to know their information. But like Stephen Strange just gives up her information.
Well, I think that he was doing the mind control over him, right? Because he kept like winking or doing his hand or something. That's when he kept being able to go through everybody.
Oh, that's how he got through the nurses. But I didn't think he could do that to Stephen Strange because he's supposed to be one of them, right?
Yeah. And then there was a kid that was in the middle of the street and he saved his life, even though he wasn't in any kind of danger at all. And so the kid just gave him that dirty look like, what the fuck? Like, fuck that kid, man. But also, he wasn't even in danger. You need to risk your life to save that dumb kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? If all of a sudden I came over to your house and picked up your kid, I was like, oh, you could have fallen. What? What are you talking about? Yeah. You owe me. What? No, I don't.
You owe me $700,000.
Yeah.
I'll take payment. Yeah. Like, I don't know. There was just like weird interactions in this movie that made like no sense to me.
So there was, maybe you caught it again. So Doctor Strange goes to his house, and how he knows it's his house is because his business card has the same eyeball as his ring, and then this house has the same freaking gigantic eyeball on his door or on above his house, like a fucking trucker stop neon light,
like a big window thing.
Yeah, like if I was like, Anthony, you're gonna go down the street and then you're gonna see an eye. Turn right. You're gonna be like, what are you talking about? Like, just trust me, man. You're gonna see a big old eyeball and then just turn right. You're gonna be like, that doesn't make any sense. And then bam, there it is.
Which I think that's supposed to be the Eye of Agamotto. It's like that. What is it? It's that extrasensory thing that happens in the Marvel movies where he gets the third eye, and
not the brown eye.
Powers, not the brown eye. No, the third eye, like
or the whispering eye. But if you're trying to be hidden, you know what I'm saying? Like if you and I didn't want anybody to know where we lived, but we put a gigantic 24-foot berated B-rated like poster above our house.
Nobody's gonna be like, what is that?
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder who lives there.
Yeah.
You know, like if Michael Jordan put the Jumpman logo above his front door, they'd be like,
Oh, this might be Michael Jordan's house.
Oh, this might be Karl Malone. No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
You know, but did you? So Doctor Strange goes to his house, which is not hidden at all, and he's like, you see that picture? It's on my ring, and so he shows the sorcerer his ring, and the sorcerer does thing like, "Oh my god, look over there!" And then he steals his ring.
Yeah.
Like what? So he just got robbed.
Where'd you look?
Nope, sucks to be you. He'd be like, "Can I have my ring back?" I already gave it back to you. No, you didn't. So then here's a question, okay? If this scenario was real, would you do it? Like Men in Black. Like if this shit was, if they come up to you and they're like, "Hey, you know, we have this thing for you, but you're never going to have your normal life again, and you're going to have to go fight Dark Lords, and you're going to have to do magic all the time. You're never going to be able to have a relationship. You're not going to be able to do, you know."
But did they say he's never allowed to have a relationship, or was that like lightly implied? Because they said like the universe is love. You're allowed to love.
Yeah.
Like,
no. Yeah. No. See, I don't know.
Because he goes out on a date at the end.
But he was also a wizard. Because I'd say, "Oh, what are you going to do to me?
Yeah.
I'm a wizard."
Like,
and I'd
I
say,
make the rules.
Right? Say, "What are you going to do? You think Harry Potter listens to people?" Fuck no, he doesn't. He's
Harry
a
Potter.
winner. I don't know if he's a winner or not.
Fuck you, Snape.
I am. So, what? And I think they test him, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, "You need to fucking go down into the upside down, and you need to bring back the woman."
Yeah, bring back the woman from the astral plane.
Yeah, and he's like, "If you get in danger, repeat this mantra 3 times." I tried to repeat that mantra, and then like I looked over to the right to see what my dog was doing, and I looked back again. I was like, "Oh fuck, what was that mantra?"
Yeah,
like, I instantly forgot that shit.
It's a really long mantra. I forget what it is now, and it's super long.
Yeah, no, it was like a complete sentence or 3, and I was like, "Dude,
it's not a mantra; it's like a paragraph. Like, repeat this paragraph 3 times."
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, "Nope, sorry." No, I instantly forgot. Like I try, like when I watch movies, you know, like every normal human being, when somebody gets thrown into water, like I hold my breath to see if I can hold my breath as long as them when they're underwater, like trying to get the key or something. So this one, when there's like, "Repeat this 3 times," I was like, all right, let's see how long he has to memorize this before he does it. And so, like I said, I've said it once, and I looked over, and I was like, oh shit, I already forgot it. I'd be dead. Like I'm going to go under the upside down, and the Demigorgon's going to bite me, and I'm going to be dead.
So the qualifications to be a sorcerer or a sorceress is to shoot lightning out of your hands, put people in trances, and remember a paragraph.
Yeah, pretty much. Because so when he's under there, he defeats that person because he repeats the mantra, right?
Well, yeah,
and
he
the
defeats
devil,
the guy on the horse, right?
Yeah.
Which, like, if Morgan is tasked with doing this, you know, like taking out the sorcerer, why doesn't she just do this herself? Maybe this is what happened 500 years ago. She's like outsourcing all her work.
Yeah, and then how
like
big of a pussy are you?
Lives in the underworld,
where he says some words. I'd say, "I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say, bounce off me, it sticks to you." And then I'd win. I'd say, "All right, Dr. Strange, you're a loser. Mama says that you're angry because you have all them teeth and no toothbrush." Like, no. So then here was another serious question that I had. The devil dude, or whoever that guy was, he tells Morgan, he's like, go home.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a home in like a different realm? No. Where the hell do they live? In caves?
Yeah, like it just looked like a cave system, and she's like yelling through the cave hole at the guy on the horse.
But then even like if you look out, like I'd say maybe that window looking thing, it's all just black.
Yes.
Like you don't have a neighbor.
Yeah, I know.
There's nobody outside in the underrealm.
I was very confused at the geography of the astral plane.
Yeah. Right. And so then he tells her, that was the funny one, because he's like, if you fuck this up, he's like, I'm gonna leave you, what do you say, as an old woman and barren.
Oh yeah.
So basically you're just gonna have a dried up vag and never be able to have kids, and you're just old ugly hag.
Which so at this point Doctor Strange has saved the woman, and now the task has changed, I guess. Now she has to murder the sorcerer and get Doctor Strange to sleep.
Oh, yeah, because at this point, the sorcerer already gave his power to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he stole his ring, and then he turned him into the Green Lantern. And he's like, as long as you have this ring, brother, you'll live. Yeah. Yeah. And then Strange realized what he needs to do, so then he goes over and picks up the chick at the hospital. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what was even funnier is then all of a sudden they start going through some weird shit where it just looks like he got roofied. Like they slipped him some PCP, and they were just, hey, we're time traveling. No, you're not.
Which that whole astral plane thing that they go into the astral plane, like he does the slowest spin I have ever seen somebody do.
It was so grateful.
Like, through these light circles. It was very weird.
Yeah. And then it sucked because I remember those fight scenes too, man. Like she just completely, Morgan, obliterated that Asian dude in just a ball of fire.
Oh yeah, she like sets Wong on fire, yeah.
Easily. He just instantly, like she was fucking Scorpion. And she just finished moved him. Like, like, damn, man.
And then sets a part of the sorcerer's house on fire, like the door and the frame.
Yeah. And then, like, I started rooting for Morgan because when the sorcerer dude was trying to fight her, like he was shooting lasers or like lightning bolts out of his hands, but they were lasers. And all she did was just point them back at him with like a mirror. But he just kept shooting them.
But he's like shooting, and then she does this weird like puts her arms up across like blocks.
Yeah. So here's something, okay? If you had a laser pointer, okay, just a laser pointer, and you were shooting at me, and I had a mirror, and that laser pointer hit you in the eye, how long would you continue to keep shooting the laser? Or wouldn't you instantly be like, oh shit, and stop?
Yeah, exactly.
Not him. He's like, I'm going to keep fighting through it. And he's like, and he's
need vision.
Dude, he shot himself with his own lasers for like a good 45 seconds. Like, God damn it, this hurts. But he's like, I'm not going to give up. She's going to give up eventually. No.
Yeah.
And so his own dumbass. And so at that point, I was like, are we sure this wizard was smart? Like, how the hell is he shooting his own lasers at himself? And he's like, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, can you give yourself an Indian burn? And you're just like, I'm going to keep doing it just to prove you wrong, Mom.
I think he was trying to figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then he's dead at this point, or
he's taken.
We'll get there. We'll
taken to the upside down. You think?
Yeah, to the astral plane.
Yeah, and Strange doesn't know this.
No, he doesn't. He's still with his patient, who is now not his patient, so he can date her. But
which is
man,
that
works. That's not how that works.
Sure, it is.
The law is 3 years.
Man, what are you going to do to him? He's a fucking wizard. He's a wizard. Dude, I remember my hometown where we went to high school. Dude, if graduation was on a Thursday, teachers were smashing ass with those students on Friday.
Jeez.
Like, no exaggeration.
That is so wrong.
Dude, they're like, hey, I see you graduated yesterday. What are you doing tonight? You want to party? Yeah. Yeah, no. And it's then Strange. It's the first time ever going to her house.
Yes.
And he just walks in and she's like, hey, can I get you anything? He's like, a nice warm bath. And you're like, damn, man. Good thing AIDS wasn't invented yet. Strange would be the one that passed that shit to every single person.
Yeah.
Well, but I'll look him now.
Yeah.
Like that line, I was like, whoa, man. Like, A for effort, but maybe a little less effort. Like,
dude, he's got some balls for sure, man. Like, she was like, I was talking about like a beverage. I wasn't talking about getting in these chones. What up? You know? Whoa, that's a pretty big long neck.
Yeah.
So Strange is trying to get in bed with his patient.
With his patient, yeah.
And all of a sudden, Morgan shows up and cock blocks him. And he is pissed, dude. He's like, do you know who the fuck I am? I'm Doctor Strange. Nobody cock blocks Doctor Strange. And he agrees to go with her.
Yeah. Like, because at this point, like, yeah, because Morgan has been messing with her for a while now. And that's why she ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
And now she's back to lure Doctor Strange into the astral plane again.
Yeah. And then, like, do you think that girl noticed that he left? Because, like, all of a sudden she just like, and went and, like, cuddled up into, like, bed.
No, I think she's, like, still, like, under whatever Morgan did.
See, I thought that she was just like, oh, I'll just wait for him, and, like, cuddled up and was like, give me a nice book. I'll just stay here. And then I didn't write them down. I forgot them, but I remember when they were traveling to the Upside Down.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, Morgan was just throwing pickup line after pickup line after pickup line after pickup line. Like, she was trying to smash Strange, man.
She's thirsty.
This bitch thirsty. It was Thirsty Thursday for sure.
Hydrated.
She was going ham on those pickup lines, man. She was not going to take no for an answer. Yeah. Yeah, no. What did he say? Her lips were cold, but he could warm them up with his wiener.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah. Like that. Oh my God. Like, I was like, with that, I was like, how did this make TV? Like you do that nowadays, and they're like, whoa, like Showtime. This has to be on Showtime.
Right? Because then it did look like she was like, okay, let's do this. And then it looks like she's going to go fucking fillet him. And then they just get in bed like they're going to bang it out. Yeah. And you're just like, damn, Doctor Strange. Like, you also. So, like, 10 minutes ago, you were trying to bang your patient.
Like, was she under his, or was he under her, like, her trance or whatever?
I don't know. But, you know, that'd probably be the best lay ever. Having some crazy ass goth chick like that. Like, could you imagine, like, flying around a room?
Yeah.
Banging it out, no gravity, like in space or something? Yeah. Right? Except it's 500-year-old poon. Gross.
But, yeah.
Right, because if you think about it, he can't, because he's like a normal person. Let's say what? He was like 38 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then if he did hook up with Morgan, she's 500 years old. That's gross. Mm-hmm. You know? Like,
yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he rejects her. Like, he breaks out of with the trance or whatever and rejects her advances.
Oh, yeah, because then he looks over and it looks like fucking she has Beetlejuice tied up. It's the fucking old man.
It's the old man, and then he realizes he's got to save the sorcerer.
And since he only knows one magic trick so far, he tried to do the chant again on her. And she's like, do I look like a fucking kid? She's like, that magic doesn't work on me. Like, what the hell? You know? Yeah. And he's like, oh, well, I'm fucked then. You know? And so then yeah.
I'm trying to remember what happens next, because this is where my memory starts to get foggy.
They ended up getting into a fight. Yeah. Her and
they get into a
Strange.
Like a lightning battle.
Yeah. And he defeats her with just knowing magic for 13 minutes. When the other sorcerer knew magic for over 400 years.
Yeah.
And she knew magic for over 400 years. So
this feels a little like Karate Kid Part 1-esque, where Johnny wins that fight hands down.
Well,
there's no way Daniel wins.
It's just proof again that men are far more superior than women, even in doing magic. She was a sorceress for 400 years. He was one for 13 minutes, and he beat her, right? And what do you call it? So after he does that, what do you call it? He released his friend.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Releases the sorcerer. Yeah.
Yeah. But so he releases his friend, and he's dressed so fucking weird. How did Doctor Strange get dressed like that? And you're like, how did you get dressed like this? Like, when you transfer from one realm to another, you just all of a sudden turn into a LARP.
Well, yeah, he's wearing like that huge cloak, the black and red cloak.
Where'd that come from?
It was given to, like, I think they explain it later. Like, it's given to him by Morgan because she's trying to make him evil. Oh. And he wears all those gold chains.
God damn it.
Like,
well,
he's about to drop his next LP.
Yeah. So,
straight out of Astral Plane.
So at this point, the bad guy knows that she has failed, and so he like snaps his finger like Thanos, and he's like, "You're an old hag now." And he turned her into the old woman, and she's like, "No!"
Like something happened with the effect there, because the red smoke demon now looks like an alien. Like it has like a weird alien head. So I was wondering, like, what was going on there.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter because he instantly fucking turned her to an old woman.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be funnier if she was like even older, like if she was like the woman from Titanic. It was Betty White.
Well, maybe that's why the lady from the Titanic went back, because she needed her jewelry to stop being an old lady.
Yeah, she needed the Green Lantern ring in order to do it.
I need all my chains.
Yeah. And then that's when the wizard confesses to Strange. He's like, what did he say? He's like, I knew you'd come for me. He's like, but I didn't count on you not banging that girl.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I thought you would.
Like you only met Doctor Strange for like, I don't know, 2 days, but you already know that he's just laying down pipe left and right with everybody he sees.
I think you're like, it's just trying to be like a thing. They're trying to signify that he has changed and he's no longer a womanizer because he's supposed to be the good guy going forward.
Yeah, no. It reminded me of like that South Park episode where Cartman got duped into buying pubes from somebody. Do you remember that?
I do not remember this episode.
So basically, this kid got Cartman to buy his pubes so Cartman could say that he had pubes, right? So then Cartman finds out that he got outsmarted, and he goes back to buy the kids or give the kid his money back, or give the kid the pubes back so he can get his money. And the kid's like, no. And then, long story short, the kid keeps outsmarting Cartman, so Cartman kills his parents and puts him into chili. And they go to the chili cook-off.
Scott, what's his name, must die. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then Cartman says that fucked up thing to Chef, where he's like, "No, I knew the whole time." He's like, "I knew that they would betray me and do this." He goes, "What I didn't know, Chef, was your chili was going to be good." And then I did this. You're just like, "What? You had to throw that jab in there?"
Like, by the way, your chili sucks.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it would suck. He's like, "Oh, that was surprising. It was." And you're just like, "Damn, Cartman." Well, that's how that wizard was. He's like, "I knew you'd come for me. I didn't know that you would have been with her. I was just planning on you having STDs that you'd just save me 45 minutes later. Throw on a Wu-Tang album and then sleep it out."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But okay, I thought that whole scene was like kind of shitty if you're strange because you've been manipulated into becoming the sorcerer. It's like, I faked my death so you would come and you would become the sorcerer, and it's like, you could have just asked. You could ask.
Yeah. Because then they bring him to the house. They're like, "Let the transmutation begin," and they just chop their dicks off. Like,
Yeah, and now he's in lighter colored clothing as opposed to the black and red.
so that was one of my questions too. Did the old man just take over Strange's body? Because that
really
happened, and then all of a sudden, Doctor Strange had to pick the old man up like a baby and carry him to bed. He's like,
that's right. Yeah,
rest, young one. Like, you're 500 years old now.
Just secretly hoping that he like trips down the stairs and he's like, "Oh," just like
right. He's like, "Oh, rest up. I'll bring you some prune juice in a little bit. Some prune juice and some fucking, what is it? Those dates. That's what they like to eat."
Check your butt and see if you made a poopy.
Did someone make a poopy? Yeah, just carrying the old man. Like, how fucking degrading is that? I'm a 500-year-old wizard, and you fucking pick me up and like, "Oh, okay, come on, I'll get you tucked in."
That felt so weird,
dude. And it's like, he's not even buff either. That was the,
No, Peter Hooten is not a buff man. He's skinny, but he is not strong.
So, and then that's pretty much the end of it. But did you see it? They recycled him going to the patient's room twice.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, dude. They just redid the entire talk about the doctor not seeing their patients.
Oh, yeah. Then at the end, we get, like, Doctor Strange still works at the psychiatric facility.
Yeah, you're not going to get rid of your fishing pond.
Yeah. So, and they're celebrating having empty beds. It's like,
we let all these crazy people go.
This is not a conversation that you would have. You need to have people in the building to pay for the building. Like, you need customers. Like, I've never heard that conversation. Like, if there's empty beds, then they go find more people to fill the beds.
No, they were all happy because like, fuck these guys, and they just let them go and take over Alcatraz. Like, "We'll see you in hell when we make The Rock." I love that movie, man. When I was younger, there's always those movies that you can watch over and over and over and over again.
Great movie.
The Rock was one of them.
Oh yeah, and then there's the part at the end. Apparently, Morgan Le Fay is now young again and working in New York City as a doctor who helps you unlock your hidden potential. So, and I'm reading through the code words. She's creating new sorcerers.
She started Hogwarts.
She started evil Hogwarts.
That's pretty hilarious.
Inside of a medical facility.
That's messed up. Like, what if she was just at a psych ward, like we said, and she's just giving people PCP?
It's like,
being like, "No, did you see what you just did?
Here's your ayahuasca."
Mm-hmm. She's just giving people like the head from Moonshine, where it like makes you go blind.
Oh god.
Where you drink it and you literally will die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. But okay. Yeah, so that's basically the movie. or the show. Like, my question for you before we end this: where does this TV show go?
If it's still in the making, there's like, this is Doctor Strange Part 2. I'd be like, it only took you 48 years. No, 80 years.
If you are an executive and you see this and you're like, and you're having the show made, where do you see the show going?
I mean, the second episode could be that now he has his powers and stuff. And then I didn't catch that Morgan, the goth chick, was back in New York. Oh, wait, maybe I did. Maybe I remember that. So then maybe he, I don't know, has to fight the main guy somehow. But then after that,
smoke demon,
yeah,
alien, whatever it is.
Yeah, but you can't have. Well, I mean, look at Marvel now.
Maybe it's Emperor Snoke from Star Wars. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that thing is.
The one from
Yeah, I think. Well, it was. I don't know how many TV shows are like an hour and a half long.
Well, I think it's one of those. That was a thing they did. It's like when we watched The President's Man. Like, you would create a create a TV movie and soft push it out there, and if it catches on, you can make a TV show out of it.
But The President's Man, it faded to black for commercials.
Yes, it did.
So it was made for it. This one was a movie.
This was a movie. Yes, this was a movie, a TV movie.
Yeah, no. No.
But the only thing I can see possibly being a thread that you could pull to kind of like stretch this out in any conceivable way is it's Doctor Strange versus Morgan and her legion of sorcerers and sorceresses that she creates.
It's Doctor Strange and his 87 kids. Or it's like Doctor Strange and he uses powers to cure all of his STDs from just banging bitches left and right.
Chlamydia.
Boom. Not anymore. He like gives it to like other people,
Yeah.
where they're like, you can't do that. And he's like, I'm a wizard. Yeah. If he breaks up with his girlfriend, then he's like, here you go. Here's permaherp. But it just stays year round. It doesn't just come up like quarterly or whatever. It's just there 24/7. Yeah.
But that's the thing is like my last gripe is it didn't feel like there's any discernible like experience or power change in between like the sorcerers who have been sorcerers and Doctor Strange. It's like he comes and he's like, I know everything.
No, I think that when he picked him up and carried him like a baby, and it's like, yeah, he's done. He can no longer go on the big hunt.
He's just like in the house, in the Hobbit house.
Excuse me. Yeah. They're like, he's done. Like, like a Viking's death. Like that's like the sorcerer's like last thing. Like you got to get carried. If you get carried away, then you're fucking a loser and you're gone, man.
That's
it's
it.
Like, I'll never get carried. And then
did you go boom boom in your diaper?
Mm-hmm. Like, come on, I'll run you a nice warm bath. And he gets in one of those standing tubs. Like, I know your bones hurt.
Yeah,
get
which
you
that
some
guy
warm milk and go to bed. I think there's a big ass hummingbird trying to fight me. Weird. But
yeah, that's
no, I probably won't ever watch that movie again.
I don't think I will ever watch that again.
Yeah, man.
But I did find it very entertaining.
It was funny.
It's funny. It was like bad funny.
Yeah. Like we were, everybody's just so thirsty in that movie. And they're like, hey, guess what? In 3 years, there's going to be this thing called AIDS. And you're not going to be able to be smashing everybody.
Have you heard of Grid?
Right?
It's coming.
Yeah, no. And then, yeah, that one woman, she never got her ass whooped. The head nurse, even though she was the biggest Jaeger bomb ever. Fucking jelly.
She was. She really did not like Doctor Strange.
Dude. He probably banged her mom. That usually gets some, you know? But, yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see you next berating.
Everything gets berated. No one is underrated. From the screen to the stage, we set the new cage. No mercy.